Madison, Wisconsin is being recognized as one of the fastest growing tech sectors in the nation. More on that up next. Your real estate news starts now. Thank you for watching your real estate news. I'm Stacy Hansen. It's time for this week's real estate numbers with a look at change in sales numbers in South Central Wisconsin for the month of June 2017, according to the Wisconsin Realtors Association. In Dane County, sales were down 4.1%. In Columbia County, also down 2.8%. In Rock County, down 1.5%. In Greene County, sales were down 21.7%. In Sauk County, down 3%. In Grant County, down as well, 8%. In Iowa County, also down 13.5%. In Lafayette County, sales were down 35.3%. In Dodge County, up 9.1%. In Crawford County, also up 5.3%. And in Richland County, sales were down 31.6%. The total number of homes sold in South Central Wisconsin in June was 2,048. That's down 3.9% from last year at the same time. A large development being looked at for Hill Farms on Madison's west side could be one of the most expensive in the city's history. The Wisconsin State Journal reports that it could involve a combined private and public investment totaling hundreds of millions of dollars. The developer, Smith Gilbane, which is currently completing the 9-story office building and parking garage on the western side of the Hill Farms site, has shared conceptual plans with the city for the private portion of that property. According to the Journal, those plans show a hotel tower, housing units, spaces for offices, restaurants, retail, and medical offices, as well as a parking garage. A formal submission for the development has not yet been made to the city of Madison. Madison, Wisconsin is getting recognition as a city that's luring tech jobs from traditional hubs on the coast. USA Today says that Madison and other cities that are rapidly increasing their communities of tech workers have a secret weapon over those coastal cities. Their rents and housing costs are affordable. In Madison, the tech job market grew 5% in the period from 2013 to 2014, then grew even more in 2015 to 2016, rising a whopping 30%. That makes Madison's tech sector the one with the most momentum in the nation, according to the analysis from real estate and investment firm CBRE. Madison is followed by Fort Lauderdale and Salt Lake City, both of which also saw significant growth from 2015 to 2016. If you'd like additional information on these headlines, please reference the media sources you see listed on your screen. You can also like us on Facebook and visit wi57.tv. Don't go away, we'll have more real estate news right after the break. Welcome back to the Real Estate News. I'm now with Josh Lovick of Josh Lovick and Associates. Welcome back, Josh. Great to see you again.
Hey, thanks,
So
Stacey.
what's going on in the real estate market?
Well, I wanted to share with you a story of a property that we recently sold here in Madison. So typically when we list a property for sale, we'll do kind of a little pre-marketing, kind of a coming soon period before we actually go on the market. So we did that, and these efforts actually generated an offer just below our asking price, which was good. But we didn't accept it. We wanted to wait and actually put it on the market. So then our first day on the market, we received an offer that was above our asking price, and the seller almost accepted it. However, we encouraged the seller to wait, and really we launched our full mass marketing campaign, and we were able to attract multiple offers and made the seller actually an extra $31,000 because they followed our advice.
Oh, wow, that is incredible, Josh. And I've heard of people selling their homes within a week or two as well, quite a bit on this show. Is that normal? How normal is that?
Yeah, right. Yes and no. I mean, we're in a pretty strong seller's market right now, so certainly the best homes and the best locations, they'll always sell, especially if they're reasonably priced. But I think what's compelling about this story is that, you know, it's not unique that they found a buyer for their home, but rather we really found the right buyer that was willing and able to pay really top dollar for their home. And that only happened because of our strategic marketing efforts.
And that's great advice. Now, do you have some properties to share with us today?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we've got a great kind of starter property, a condo over at 1014 North Sunnyvale. Nice 2-bedroom, 2-bath, just over 1,000 square feet. Really kind of a cool property with a big open floor plan, a big loft area, vaulted ceilings, and we actually have another condo, very similar to that one, coming on the market soon as well. Some other unique properties we've got: 381 Marshview. This one's really set up for property to be more of a house and a business in the same spot, because it's right next to kind of a business park. The other one, 2947 Camp Leonard Road. This one's over on Lake Wabisa. Another really unique property, but mainly because it has two houses on the property, 350 feet of lake frontage, which is massive. You know, most lots are around 50 or 60 feet. So gonna need some creativity on that one. And then another one over in the Dudgeon Monroe neighborhood at 730 Chapman.
Those all sound like great options for people that are looking out there. Anything else you'd like to share today?
Yeah, well, it's still a seller's market. That's kind of the condition we're in, and I'm seeing this really across all different price ranges. Even I noticed there was a new downtown condo that just came on the market and quickly got an offer, and it was over $700,000. So we're actually going to be listing another very similar condo, downtown Madison. Beautiful property with big, massive floor-to-ceiling windows, amazing sunset views because it faces the southwest. Big patio areas outside the living room and the bedroom, so really kind of a cool property downtown. And
such a cool place to be, too, in downtown Madison. Mm-hmm. Well, thanks so much for stopping by again today, Josh. Great to see you.
Thank you.
Welcome back to the Real Estate News. I'm now with Brian Lawton of Property Revival. Welcome back, Brian. Great to see you again. So I understand you've got some properties for us. You've got a couple here right in Dane County.
We do. Thanks for having us, Stacy. 5429 Penny Lane in Madison is a new listing for us. You've got about 1,400 square feet, $253,500 is the list price. 3 beds, 2.5 baths, beautiful deck out back to enjoy the summer and fall evenings coming up. Vaulted ceilings, hardwood floors, a lot of natural light. It's a very beautiful property there on Penny Lane. Another Dane County one is a spec home, 3016 Morning Dove Drive in Cottage Grove. New construction home, 4,500 square feet, 5 beds, 3 baths, stacked stone fireplace, bonus space, a beautiful office with French doors. This home has too many upgrades to list, but the home on Morning Dove Drive in Cottage Grove is gorgeous.
Yeah, those both sound like great opportunities for someone. Lots of upgrades and lots of great amenities in those. You've also got a few in Rock County as well, I see.
Yeah, Rock County for our Dane County buyers, anywhere from 35 to 45 minutes to downtown Madison. These are in Janesville, a new listing at 2910 Rutledge in Janesville there. This one is priced right, $169,000 for over 2,000 feet of living space. It has a gorgeous pool, a screen porch, half acre of land, close to schools, walkable to shopping, grocery stores, banks, that kind of thing. So it's a good property there at 2910 Rutledge. 2 more in Janesville, one at 1712 Birch Court. $375,000 is the list price, but we've got plenty of square footage with 3,000 feet. Screen porch again, half acre, adjacent to green space, on a cul-de-sac, 5 beds, home theater, beautiful hardwood floors, and a lot of upgrades there as well. So 1712 Birch Court in Janesville there for that one. And the last one is a vacant lot. It's a duplex condo lot in Janesville on Old Kennedy Road, 4432 Old Kennedy. A lot of trees, half acre again, very deep lot. And that's listed at $29,900. So the entry point there for new construction condominium or a duplex or just a single family home is very low there.
Yeah, again, some great opportunities there in Rock County and in Dane County. Now, if someone is interested, how do they get in touch with you?
Yeah, thanks for reminding me. info@propertyrevival.com is our general inbox. You can also check out propertyrevivalrealty.com.
All right, thanks so much, Brian, and stay with us.
Welcome back to the Real Estate News. Temperatures are beginning to hit their peak this summer, and with that, of course, electric bills. So how can we keep cool this summer without breaking the bank with our energy bills? The Lennox Home Energy Report Card Survey found that many of us could use a course in Energy Savings 101. And here to talk more about how we can save money while keeping cool is energy efficiency expert Trent Davis. Trent, thank you for joining us today. You bet. And so what are some of the most important findings from this year's Lennox Home Energy Report Card Survey?
Well, people are patting themselves on the back a bit. 66% of people gave themselves a B or an A on their self-assessment in the report card, saying they feel like they're doing a good job saving energy in their home. The fact is, as you dig deeper into that, you find that there's a lot of things. Everyone's doing something. 90% of people have at least one eco-friendly choice they're making around the house. But there's a lot of things people can do that are simple and easy little tasks that can pay off for years to come.
Absolutely. And so I think we probably know the answer to this question, but I'm going to ask anyway, what uses the most energy in the home during the summer?
Yeah, in July, people would not be surprised to hear that over the course of the year, the air conditioning and heating system is the biggest energy consumer in the house. But you're not stuck with what you've currently got. We know 49% of people have considered upgrading their system to get a more energy efficient model, but you can also do something to take better care of the model you've got. Like a car, an air conditioning system needs regular maintenance and attention to make sure it's working its best. So the analogy to an oil change in a car would be changing your filter in your air conditioning system. This needs to happen monthly. It's kind of like I like to say it's kind of like flossing. Everyone says they do it, but people don't usually do it enough. A dirty filter makes the blower work harder to move air through your house, which costs you energy. The other thing you can do is on the outside unit, you can go and make sure that bushes and shrubs are all properly trimmed back from the edge and that the unit itself is clear of debris. Air has to flow smoothly through that unit for you to get the most out of your energy dollar. And if you walk through a typical neighborhood, you'll see a lot of people have their unit covered up and clogged up with bushes and trees.
So it sounds like the biggest thing that people can do to reduce cost is really just keeping the airflow flowing, essentially.
Yeah, make it easier for the system to work, and it will pay you back with better comfort and better efficiency. There's plenty more you can do as well. The second biggest energy consumer in the house is the water heater. Most people's water heaters have a temperature setting that they can manually adjust. This is something you can do in 5 minutes. I did it, previously in my house on my own. You can turn that down pretty substantially without it affecting the comfort of your shower, your baths, or your ability to get your dishes clean. So that's a great way to save money 12 months a year.
Yeah, and you certainly don't need to have it scalding hot to get your dishes clean, as you mentioned. So let's talk about some of the misconceptions and the mistakes that people make. What would you say is the biggest mistake people make when it comes to saving money on their energy bills?
A huge one is people don't use energy, people don't manage their energy use very well when they're out of the house. So everyone's had an experience probably with an old style programmable thermostat that's difficult to program, and maybe they've given up on trying to use it. The new generation of smart thermostats are very intuitive and easy to use, and they can be an affordable upgrade that will save you money for as long as you own the house. The Lennox iComfort E30 next to me is a great example of that. One of the technologies I would recommend looking for is the ability to connect to a smartphone and the ability to use geofencing. Geofencing is great because if you're anything like my family, we don't have a consistent schedule. People are in and out of the house at all times. The summers are different than the winters. Geofencing actually tracks when you're in the home and when you're away. And when you leave the house without doing anything on your own, it will manually turn the temperature up, which will reduce your energy usage. And when it detects that you're returning home, it'll go ahead and return it to the comfortable temperature. That way you always walk into a comfortable house, but you're not wasting energy while you're gone.
Very good, very good. And so it sounds to me like, I've heard that there's different schools of thought there, that there's the school of thought where you want to try to maintain the same consistent temperature at all times. And then there's the other one that you talked about where you want to try to make adjustments depending on whether you're asleep or away from home. So you're saying that it's actually going to save, it indeed will save more money to turn your AC or your temperature up, I should say, when you're not in the house.
Yeah, a simple way to think of this is the closer the temperature inside your house is to the temperature outside, the less energy you need to use to maintain that temperature. So what that means is, now you don't want to turn your system completely off because it'll be running all day just to catch up. Right. But if you want to turn your temperature up, I turn mine up about 5 degrees when I leave the house to save some energy during the day. And then the system doesn't have to overwork itself to get it back down to a comfortable temperature when I return. So it is good to turn it up during the day, just don't turn it off.
So 5 degrees is a good rule, a comfortable rule of thumb, you'd say.
Yeah, and experiment with your own system, your own house. It may vary for you, but 5 degrees will give you a noticeable savings without putting an undue strain on your system.
Very good. And we just have about 30 seconds left, Trent, but where can people go for more information about what we talked about today?
Lennox.com has a ton of articles and tips for you on saving energy. And while you're there, if you have an energy savings tip of your own that you're proud of, submit it to the Lennox Energy Saving Superstar Contest. The winner of that contest gets $10,000 towards an air conditioning high efficiency upgrade for their home. And more importantly, you get a free year supply of ice cream.
I think I like the latter and the former. Wow, can't go wrong there. Well, Trent Davis, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
Don't go away. There's more real estate news coming up after the break.
With me now is Peggy Adams of Solidarity Realty. Welcome back, Peggy. Good to see you again. So we've heard month and month again on this show that the market is really hot. Are you still seeing that now in the sellers? Is it still a seller's market?
Nice to see you again, Stacy. You know, that's really why I wanted to bring that up, is because we have heard this repetitive over month and month again. However, I am seeing an obvious decline. I wouldn't say that it's slow, or I wouldn't say that prices have dramatically dropped. However, I'm definitely seeing probably a $10,000 to $15,000 decrease, along with, instead of having 10 offers, we're probably seeing only about 2 or 3. So, yeah.
That's interesting. I haven't heard that yet on the show, so it's interesting that you bring that up. Now, the other thing we like to talk about sometimes on here is different technologies that people are using, because so much is changing right now in the real estate world. Anything you guys got going on?
Oh gosh, yes. We got a really cool new thing around the office, and you're probably seeing it on your screen right about now. It's our 3D virtual tour. It's just something that definitely, with winter approaching, is a lot easier for people to list their properties and do a 3D tour instead of having to get out and trudge through the snow. We have a lot of folks that are moving to Madison right now from out of town, so it's easier for them to take a tour. Things are going so fast, so you can tour that way as well. We're still seeing some sight unseen offers here and there for really hot properties, so it's just something to really boost your listing.
Yeah, those 3D tours are so cool, and I think we're all just so used to browsing online and shopping online that it just makes sense to do it here too. Let's circle back now to that slowing down market. What does that mean for buyers then? Is it getting easier?
You know, it is getting easier, and I tell people just to kind of hang on if they're thinking about dropping out of the game until next year. Don't get me wrong, next year you're going to see more inventory. I am starting to tell my sellers if they can't be ready in a week or even just right now, to probably think about starting to wait next year. So I am getting those calls already for next year. What do I do to prep? So definitely feel free to give me a call. It's never too early.
So if people are thinking about who to contact, what sets you apart at Solidarity Realty?
You know, there's a lot of different things, but one major thing is that one agent doesn't represent both a buyer and a seller. So we definitely pride ourselves in letting consumers know the real facts about how real estate works. And you know, we always tell folks that you don't bring one lawyer to court to represent both the prosecution and defense, so why would you bring one realtor? So that's just a small piece of what sets us apart.
And one of the big things about you guys too is you're on the east side of Madison, you're on Williamson Street. Do you only deal with east side properties?
No, not at all. We like to make sure that folks know that we definitely go outside of both the east side, and we also dabble in multi-units, single families, and condos. So give us a call. We can probably handle your situation.
Now, talking about Madison as a whole, any advice for somebody that's looking to move here for the first time?
I definitely see folks get shocked over the tax rate here. You pay for what you get. Our parks, our bike system, the transportation, all the beautiful scenery, you're going to pay for that. So just be prepared depending on where you're coming from, but odds are you're used to a little smaller tax rate than what we have here. So take that into consideration when budgeting.
I may be biased, but Madison is a great place to live, in my opinion. Well, thanks so much. Great to see you again.
Thanks, Stacy.
Welcome back to the Real Estate News. I'm now with Rob Gretton of Lake Point Realty. Rob, welcome back. So how's business?
Business is great. You know, summer it's busy time. You know, a lot of activity throughout Dane County, and lots of activities, community activities, you know, festivals, things of that sort. People kind of might remember that we're involved in a lot of community-based activities.
Yeah, they can see you a lot of places all over town doing a lot of good things. So where have you been working? I know you've got a lot of listings, a lot of closings going on.
Yeah, right now we've got closings throughout Dane County. I usually like to mention some of the places we're at. I just closed on a place down near Brooklyn, or Union to be more specific. Closing on a place in Stoughton, just to let people know, we are really all over Dane County. We've got our agent Gabe Albrecht. He's kind of our west side guy, so he's got a listing right now for a condo over on Mammoth. He's actually got a house out in Arena. Vanessa is in McFarland. Trevor's kind of on the north side. He even ventures up to Beaver Dam, where he's actually originally from. So, we travel pretty extensively to wherever we need to for our clients and to help people.
So you're all over town, even up to Beaver Dam too. So what do you have coming up? What are some things that are going to be listed?
We're really excited about I've got a listing in Monona that I think is going to be spectacular, kind of off of Winnequa, in between Winnequa and Tanyawatha, up on the hill there. If anybody knows kind of the Monona area, it's a great area. I love Monona in general. Beautiful tree-lined streets, and a lot of different eclectic house styles, that sort of thing. Going to have another listing coming up on a little condo in Sherman Terrace. I think people have heard me mention that place before. And those are great, 2-bedroom, just real modest, great, close to downtown walkability and bikeability, busability area.
Yeah, you're right. That is a great area. I do love that area as well. So how can people get in touch with you?
Reach out to us. You can go to our website, lakepoint-realty.com. You can call me, call any of my agents. My number it should be flashing under the screen here someplace. And we'd love to help people. And we're really excited about what's going on in Madison.
Great news all around. Well, thanks so much, Rob, for stopping back again today. Thanks to our guests for stopping by today, and thank you, our viewers, for tuning in. Join us again next week. I'm Stacey Hansen for the Real Estate News, making a positive impact and leading the real estate market.